Morning guys, okay, I'm on the floor. Bit of an odd one for you today. This is a normal Speedfight 50cc carburettor, okay? On eBay, you can get these ones, they are ever so slightly different, okay? The bike now, this one here, I'm going to try and fast forward it and play the whole thing, so I think if you fast forward you don't get any voice, so it just look like I'm doing stuff, so I can fast forward it and slow it down. But it runs, but it runs really high, then it runs low, then it stalls, then it runs really high. I've not had that before. I think personally, when I looked at this one, the float system isn't done the same as these. The float system on these carburetors, the original ones, sort of sits in a little groove and goes up and down. This one, it seems to be gravity, and I think it might be sticking. But anyway, what I'm going to do today is a little fast forwarding, and I'm going to take it off and see if I can have a look and see if there's any petrol coming through. And then I might check out also this screw here, which I've many times shown you before. The bottom one is the air petrol mix. Oddly on this one, I think it might be doing something wrong, so I'm going to have a look at it. Anyway, here it goes. Quickly get it off. Air filter. Now sometimes the air filter has the other little bit in it that goes under here, but on this one it hasn't because I didn't put it on. But it wouldn't stop it from running like it is anyway. So it's annoying to say the least. This is normally the air petrol mix, and normally it is 2 half turns out, which is perfect. This is exactly that. But when I bought it, it didn't have it. It was right in. So I'm wondering, would that be a part of the problem? So, let me get my other little socket. As I said before, you need very little tools. You know, 8mm, small socket, 10mm. These carburetors come off so easy. They really do. When I changed this, because this is brand new, this carburetor, I did fit the new slide and needle in it as well. And this is the slide and needle. Now in theory, the only reason why a bike should rev up is if this is put up and down, you know? It really is. It's doing my head in. It's doing my head in. So anyway, that's the slide out the way. Petrol, we'll just give that a wiggle off. And I normally stick it in there. The reason being is because it can dribble a little bit of petrol, so I'll just tuck it out of the way. That top comes off anyway. Okay, so let's just quickly get this off. This the bit I suppose I'm going to fast forward. I suppose some little music or something. I don't know. I often put one on just a bigger bit here, so I can just wind it off easier. Now, when these carburetors, let me just get that off there, get that one off there. Now this is what sits here on the ordinary carburetors you get, but on the ones you buy off eBay, they have this little ring system. I just like a rubber grommet there, and you just tighten up against there. It's a bit odd, it does work though. So, what I'm thinking is this full of petrol? So, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to see if I can take it off, because remember it's been sitting overnight, but it should leak petrol the moment I do this. So let me just see. This should be full of petrol. Let's just see. There you are. It is, look at that. Petrol's coming out straight away. So I know that it's going to bug me. Because it won't continue running. So if I take this off, this should be just simply full of petrol. Now, because obviously I have something called chickens, these little bolts I have to put somewhere different because the bloody things come and nick them. I was chasing around the garden yesterday because this chicken coming in now eats anything that's nice and shiny, and he came and stole the bloody bolt. Not even. Oh, there we go, there. And yeah, it's full of petrol, you can see that. Well, that's just really annoying. I was really hoping that wouldn't be full of petrol. I will have a look at this. Well, I've shown in another video before that you can put a pipe on and blow and suck and blow and suck, and hear if it's coming out. So annoying, you know, when you think that, okay, a bit of an invader there. You know, sometimes you think that you've got it. You know, I sat last night. I went. Can you get out of the shot? Anyway, I thought that it was definitely going to be either the air petrol mix or it wasn't getting full of petrol. It wasn't getting full of petrol, and now I know that it is getting full of petrol. Right, that's just a side bolt there. Alright, well let me get a little bit of pipe and see if I can blow through that, and I'll know if it's working or not then when I... let me get a little bit of pipe. It's a bit I made earlier. Not very hygienic, I suppose, is it? Me blowing through these bloody things. But there you go, look. Just pop it on there. And listen. Well, that's working, so I'm going to have to put that back together again and have a look. So while you're on there, let's put that back on. I'm going to leave that full of petrol anyway. There's no dirt in that. It's brand bloody spanking new. I did have a look at the jet though. Yeah, it's got a nice little hole in it. It's over there as well. So yeah, let's put that back on. Simple enough to do. There we go. Sorry about the invading chickens. Got a sore throat today. So what that does mean, chicken, wait. You know it's going to knock the camera over any minute now, don't you? Stupid chicken. If I scare it, it'll knock it over. So that's why I'm leaving the bloody thing there. It's got its TV moment, I suppose, of fame. Bloody thing. Oi! Psst. Chicken. At least you can still see me doing. Oh, you could see me doing it. My head's a chicken now. Oh, come on, guys. Get out the way. Well, it seems to be chicken TV now, doesn't it? I've got two chickens really interested in what I'm doing. A shame they're not that interesting. Oh, hello again. Honestly, I can't put nothing down. They are little buggers. I still think these carburetors ain't right, you know. You know, I mean, I've got other carburetors, I said before, and I'm thinking that maybe I'll be able to stop pecking the camera. I'll be able to sort that out. Air petrol mix next, and I'll add this bit in a minute. Fast forwarded bits already, you know. So, and of course, the chickens seem to be doing more than I want them to. Stupid chickens. It's not what it's about, you know. Anyway, let's just get this tightened on here. Bit of fast forwarding, I think. This has got its own power source now, so I'm happy with that. I'm leaving out that bit. Okay. Shoo! 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 Alright, make sure that you must make sure it's nice and chicken. You must make sure it's nice and tight, okay? That's got a little O-ring round this one. Remember I showed you that bit? It's got a little black O-ring round it, so it should be fine. Nice and tight though. That is nice and tight. There we go. Like I said, I think it must be the air petrol mix. So I'm going to put this all the way in this one. Because when I bought it, it was literally just half a turn. So it could be something to do with that. Let's put the oil back on. I'll put a little gator on the oil as well. So slide goes in very nicely. Goes down. Let's do that back up. Now, I've said before in my videos, now the chickens are out of the way, had to prime them before. You must prime them, otherwise it's not going to do nothing. It's just going to be spinning over for a little while. So let's put that back on there. And now, this is the bottom one that comes out of the bottom here. Give it a little wipe because I was just getting shit used to it. And you can hear it sucking through. That's good enough. That's full. I'll just pop that on there as well. I'm not going to screw it on because it's going to be tight enough as it is. So now let's have a look. Now I've got it 1.5 turns out. Right, let's put you there for a second. That's good enough. What do you reckon? Right, tiny bit of easy start just to see, to get it going. I'm going to kick it rather than electric start. That's what it keeps doing. It's as though there's no petrol coming through, but you see the float, it was down, so it is bugging me. Normally I don't get this tiny bit of easy start. Should really, I mean, yeah, sometimes I do it a little bit. Now that's bugging the hell out of me. It's got to be the carburetor. I've had oil seals do this before, but it won't start. As soon as I start spinning around, they let the air in, it stops sucking basically. So yeah, this is an end pot really. This is not going to carry on here. I'm just doing this little tiny one today. It is bugging the hell out of me now. I don't know. I want to get hold of a good carburetor that I know. So I put a Peugeot one. I might just stick this in the garage, wait for a pucker carburetor and go from there. So now you've seen the chickens. And this I suppose another blog, isn't it? Check out my videos. There's no real end to this. I'll put another one on when I figure out what it was. But you know, I'm heading for oil seals. What they generally do is they'll allow a bike to start and sputter over and start and sputter over. I don't know what else he did to it. This is the one I did the head to. I was really happy. Started, like showed a video. Of course, this is what it's been doing since then. Starting and stopping and starting. Oh, it's revving like mad. And that can only be the carburetor. So I just think if I get a good... I've got loads of carburetors as you see here. Can you see them all? What I think I might do today is sit down, take them all apart, clean them all up, rejet them and then put it back in again. It might have something to do with the float, the actual needle. Because the bike to rev up like that, yes it does when you put a little bit of this in. But this bike, if I let it rev, it just carried on. It carried on for about 10-15 seconds going, the moment I braked it and then it went down idle and I thought brilliant, and then you just and it stalled and died. So unless you guys, anyone else has had this before, it's driving me mad. But again, you know, you get something different with these little speed fights. I like to think I'm really good at them. Sometimes just best. As I said to you, his mates had messed with this, someone else had messed with it, someone else had messed with it. So sometimes it can be best to get right back to basics and take the whole frigging thing apart. It's only in my garage, or shed should I say. And that's the thing, away I go. Right, check out my videos. There hasn't been a great end to this. I just thought I'd show you what I sometimes sit and do, and then I rack your brain. Sometimes it's just easier actually having a cup of tea, going to bed, wake up the next day and think, I'll have another go. You know, is that it? Could that be it? So I want to go for another carburetor. I think I might even clean them up, put one on, take it off, put one on, take it off, and none of them work. I think I might have to buy another carburetor and stick it on there. Right. As I said, check out my videos. A lot of them are much better than this one. This is just a bugger. And just shows the world of speed fights can be really annoying. But I'll get to it in the end. Ta-ra, guys.